Hello and welcome to PrimeTime TV, where we discuss current events and topics that matter. Today, we're going to talk about the controversy between Jack Ma, the Chinese billionaire and founder of Alibaba, and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The CCP has a history of using coercive measures to advance its reign of terror in China and the world. And this conflict with Jack Ma is a prime example of that. So what exactly happened between Jack Ma and the CCP? Let's delve into the details. CCP forcing Jack Ma to retire. Jack Ma, once the richest man in China, was forced to retire by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. This came after a conflict with the CCP, which was triggered by his critical speech on Chinese authorities in October 2020. He criticized the Chinese bank's pawnshop mentality, demeaning collateral and guarantees before lending, which he believed would fail to fuel future growth. It is essential to note that in late 2020, Jack Ma was planning to launch the biggest initial public offering, IPO, of his fintech company Ant Group. However, the Chinese government withheld the no-objection certificate of about $34 billion IPO and increased surveillance over his companies. CCP started to hammer Jack Ma and his businesses. Jack's critical statements towards the CCP became the trigger point of conflict. The CCP started to become anxious about his popularity, and as a result, it began to compel him to leave the business empire that made him one of China's most important people. CCP increased surveillance on Jack Ma's companies and started to take coercive measures against them. In this scenario, he was forced to lie low, and for about 2 years, he disappeared from public life. Although reports suggest that he was neither captured nor taken into custody, he was asked to lay low due to CCP's regulatory crackdown against his companies. After completely disappearing from public life for about 2 years, Jack Ma is now seen on a Europe tour. It seems that CCP has been successful in forcing him to take retirement, as a recent report suggests that despite controlling 50.52% of Ant Group shares, Jack Ma does not have an executive seat on its board. Jack Ma's remarkable journey. Jack Ma, who came from a humble background and rose to claim the richest person seat in China, was forced to leave his companies. Before the criticism of CCP in 2020, Jack Ma was Asia's richest man. But due to excess pressure and crackdown on his businesses, his net worth has come down from $44.5 billion in 2020 to $23.1 billion in 2022. Despite successive failures, Jack Ma did not leave his dream and created one of the most successful companies in China. He failed 2 times in the 5th standard and 3 times in the 8th standard. Jack's applications for admission to Harvard University were rejected 10 times, and his efforts to secure a job failed at least 30 times. Out of 25 job applications in KFC, 24 were selected, except Jack Ma. Despite all these setbacks, he persevered and became Asia's richest man with his knowledge and efforts, even in a country ruled by an authoritarian government. Implications of Jack Ma's forced retirement. The forced retirement of Jack Ma by the Chinese Communist Party has significant implications, not just for him, but also for the Chinese business landscape as a whole. Ma was a pioneer of e-commerce in China, and his success with Alibaba has been an inspiration to many entrepreneurs in the country. However, the CCP's actions against him are likely to have a chilling effect on innovation and entrepreneurship in China. Entrepreneurs may now think twice about speaking out against the government or deviating from the party line. The crackdown on Alibaba and other tech companies in China has already resulted in a slowdown in the country's tech sector, and this could have wider implications for the Chinese economy. Moreover, the CCP's actions against Jack Ma and his companies have raised concerns about the rule of law in China. The government's arbitrary use of power to target individuals and businesses undermines confidence in the legal system and can have a negative impact on foreign investment. If the government can arbitrarily target and punish successful businessmen like Jack Ma, then it raises questions about the safety of doing business in China. The conflict between Jack Ma and the Chinese Communist Party raises important questions about the role of government control in business and the power dynamics between individuals and the state in authoritarian regimes. It also highlights the risks faced by entrepreneurs in countries where political dissent can result in severe consequences. As we have seen, Jack Ma, the once richest man in China and founder of Alibaba, was forced to retire by the CCP following his critical comments on Chinese authorities. The pressure on his businesses and increased surveillance ultimately led to a significant drop in his net worth. However, despite the challenges he faced, his story of persistence and hard work serves as an inspiration to entrepreneurs around the world. This situation also raises concerns about the implications of such crackdowns on innovation and progress in the global economy. As we move forward, it is crucial to continue discussing and questioning the balance between government control and individual freedoms in business and society. We hope that this discussion has been informative and thought-provoking, and we encourage you to stay informed about the latest developments in this ongoing story. As always, thank you for watching PrimeTime TV, and we look forward to bringing you more engaging and insightful content in the future.